Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome, 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 everyone. Good evening, and welcome to the Ladies in Tech Author Chat podcast. And we have a special episode tonight for Where Are They Now episode with the returning Ladies in Tech authors. My name is Kenyatta Powers-Rucker, and I am the founder of Ladies in Tech, and I'm truly, truly honored to be here with you all tonight. So Ladies in Tech is a platform that brings women together across technology, leadership, and all other male-dominated fields. We come together to connect, we come together to learn, to be visible, and to support one another. Ladies in Tech is this platform that started as a brunch. It started as a simple gathering of a few of us that wanted to meet each other for the first time. We wanted to get to know each other. We wanted to support each other. We wanted a community. We wanted real conversations with other women in tech. But what began as a brunch turned into conversations. It turned into having a platform of women that supported one another. So my mission is clear. My mission is very, very clear: to see more women in tech, to see more women in leadership, and to have more women in these overall thriving in these male-dominated fields. So Ladies in Tech exists to increase visibility, for confidence, leadership opportunities for women at every stage of their career. So whether we're just getting started, or whether you're finding your voice, you're making a pivot, or you're in a high-level position. So tonight's conversation is a reflection of that mission. The Where Are They Now author chat. It's about growth and evolution and what's happening after these authors said yes to sharing their stories. So these ladies are in Ladies in Tech and Friends, Building Careers Not Meant for Us in Volume 4. And they've also been a part of Ladies in Tech Volumes 1 through 3. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have you all here, and even more excited to be able to introduce you to the Ladies in Tech returning authors of Volume 4. So we will be getting started with introducing you to Maria Thorpe. I think we're going to get started with Dr. Ebony Gray and Ms. Andrea Smith, Sabrina Lowery, Naomi Carrington Hockman, Adelina Oliver, Malkia Goldberg, Sharika Robinson, and last but not least, Miss Audrey Becky Chambers Robinson. Welcome, 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 ladies. How are you? How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you.
Good, good, good. I am so excited.
Hello.
Here.
Fabulous.
I am going to have you all introduce yourselves individually, tell the people who you are, give a brief introduction of who you are and the different volumes that you have participated in for Ladies in Tech. So we're going to get started how I see you on the screen. We're going to start with Miss Maria Thorpe.
Hello. How are you today?
We are just fine.
Can
you
see me?
Yourself?
Can hear me?
We can. Introduce yourself.
Yes. Good afternoon. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Maria Thorpe, and I am excited to be here. I'm an engineering executive, a best-selling author, an entrepreneur with a career in real estate and technology. I have been...
Oh, we lost her. We lost her. All right, we're going to go ahead and move forward with Dr. Ebony Gray. Introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. I am Dr. Ebony Gray. I am the queen of GovCon AI, 25-year federal government worker in cybersecurity, IT, and network analyst and policy. This is my second time as an author. I was in Volume 3. I am super excited to be in Volume 4 and share my story. And I cannot wait for you to hear all of the stories of my sisters in tech, aka the ladies in tech. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Dr. Ebony. Now we're going to have Miss Andrea Smith.
Good evening, everyone. I am Andrea Smith. I am an IT project manager and the new CEO and founder of IntegraPath Solutions, where we offer project management consulting. And I'm so excited to be with all these fabulous women tonight.
Next, we're going to have Miss Adelina Oliver.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Adelina Oliver. I am a values-based coach. I teach folks how to live a values-based life. I'm a transformational leader as a senior director where I help organizations adopt and sustain organizational and technical changes. And I'm a best-selling author. And this will be the second volume of Ladies in Tech that I participated in as an author. I'm super excited to be here. I can't wait to tell you my story, and I cannot wait to hear the stories of my sisters. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. All right, we have next Miss Naomi Carrington-Hockman.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Naomi Carrington-Hockman, and I participated in Volume 3, and I am participating in Volume 4 with great anticipation. I have 30 years in the military space and civilian leadership as a signal officer. So I was doing communications, IT, voice, and data networks around the globe. So I can't wait for you guys to read our fellow sisters' chapters. It's going to be amazing.
Awesome, me too. Let's hear Miss Sabrina Lowery. You're up next. Uh-oh, you're muted. Uh-oh.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. All right.
Thank you. My name is Sabrina Lowery, affectionately known as the Tech Evangelist, and I have been in volumes 1, 2, 3, and I am honored to bless this volume 4 as your forward author. I am located in Atlanta, Georgia. I am the founder and chief technology officer of Sabrina Lowery Enterprises, LLC, a boutique business technology consulting firm with over 35 years of IT experience. Everything from coding, help desk support, technical writing, executive leadership, and that chief role. I am also a realtor and the broker of Legacy Realty and Management.
Many, many, many roles we all play as ladies of tech. Next, we're going to have Miss Malkia Goldberg.
Good evening, ladies. So happy to be here again. I have participated in the process for all 4 of the volumes, and I have been a published author in volumes 1, 3, and I will publish also in volume 4. Very excited to be here. Very excited to partner and collaborate with my colleague, mentor, and friend, Kenyatta Powers-Rucker. I am extremely honored to be from Baltimore City, born and raised, as was Kenyatta. Attended the Baltimore Polytechnic Institute, so I started my STEM career at the ripe old age of 12/13 when I started my high school experience at Poly in Baltimore, moving forward to the United States Air Force Academy Preparatory School from Poly, and then moving on with my life into a technical career in many different environments, industries for federal government, state government, healthcare, and private industry. So I am honored and blessed to share with all of my sisters here all of the wonderful stories, and we look forward to bringing the world all of our intelligence, ambition, knowledge to share with little girls, including my 8-year-old daughter, that look like us, that want to be like us, that want to emulate us. So just a wonderful, motivating space to be a part of.
Awesome. Yes, I love it. I love it. And now introducing Miss Sharika Robinson.
Good evening, everybody. I am Sharika Robinson. I am the founder of She Loves STEM. We are a nonprofit organization that promotes STEM education for girls in underserved communities. I participated in volumes 3, and I am back for volume 4 because I have a lot to say. And I'm excited to be here.
She has a lot to say. I love it. I love it. And Miss Audrey Becky Chambers Robinson, tell the people.
Greetings and salutations, beautiful people of the world. Audrey Becky Chambers Robinson. I am the proud president and CEO of Normal Healthcare Concept. We are a clinical healthcare technology company originating in 2013. We're going on 13 years, all things healthcare. We truly believe you have to be precise to save a life, and we're super excited to be a returning author. I am proud to be an author in volume 2 and 3, returning in the 4th volume, and I have more energy, and I'm super excited to be with these wonderful women to share my stories and just pour into this project. Pleasure to be here. Super excited to pour into science and technology. Thank you.
Thank you, Becky. All right, so now you guys have heard from these amazing women and their backgrounds, their stories, just a little bit of who they are. So you can imagine what the actual book is going to be like. Now, you just heard a little bit of who they are. So we're going to get into a little more questions about how they can explain of them being in the book and them being a lady in the tech industry. Now, keeping in mind, Ladies in Tech, Volume 4 is Ladies in Tech and Friends, meaning that it has expanded to women all in male-dominated fields, just as technology. Because when you think about it, we all go through similar themes and have to navigate the workplace a little differently when we're in a male-dominated field. So I'm just honored and blessed to be a part of this circle with these ladies and to be able to hear their stories and be encouraged by their stories. All right, so let's start, ladies. So since writing the last chapter of the book that you may have been in, and we're thinking about it from a personal standpoint, from a professional standpoint, or even it's maybe even a shift in mindset of the things that you may have gone through, things you may have changed the most, whether it's in your career or it's in your personal or your mindset. Because sometimes we think about not just in our careers, but sometimes in things that we're dealing with, especially in these male-dominated fields, it may have had an impact. Some of the things that we may have gone through since writing this book may have impacted our personal life as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started with, I'm going to shift it up a little bit, and I'm going to start with Miss Andrea Smith. So if you think about some of the things that since writing the chapter, what may have changed or switched or whatever for you?
A lot has changed since volume 3 for me. One of the things I think has been a challenge for me was actually starting a business. It was not something that I really wanted ever to do. I enjoyed the 9 to 5 and, getting my check and taking care of business, right? But I found that my voice was needed. I would complain a lot of times about how companies were set up and why were they doing, certain procedures? Why is it this way? And what the Lord began to just show me was that it was time for me to step out. There was also a need for other people in the project management field to have jobs and to actually be able to shadow and have mentorship. So it was something I was pushed to do as a result. I remember the launching of the book and so many of those young women who asked us questions after the panel, right? They wanted to know how, play by play, what was your journey like? What types of suggestions would you give us? And what it really did, it motivated me to crafting my next journey to being more suited to giving back, right? And so one of the things that we've also decided, I've also joined is a board. I'm now a board member of the Association of Black Women in Project and Program Management. So that's allowing me the community connection with other women that are in my field, What I realize is sometimes is that I don't realize how much my experience is valued sometimes, right? The little things that you've done, people are waiting to hear, how did you solve that? And so for me, that has been my focus in this next phase of being over 50, because there are young people who want it, right? Everybody doesn't want it. But for those who do, there is a space where that they can find a safe space to learn and grow and then promote. So that has been, and I'm also the editor again for this volume. So I'm excited because I have multiple talents, and a lot of times I tell the Lord, I'm like, can I do all of that? And He says, yes, do it all. So, so with His help, we will exercise all the gifts and talents that are in us.
Wow, awesome. So He is not going to put more on our plate than we can bear, okay?
No, He doesn't. And there's seasons for everything. So some things He was like, okay, put that down.
That's right. He'll let you know.
Yeah.
But I think it's awesome that, you have something that you didn't really think that you were going to do as far as opening a business, but here you are because you heard the need of the people. You heard the need of these young ladies that was at this our last book launch, and we're really hearing that they need our help and they need our support. They need to see more women that look like us in these spaces that can actually help them. And you just took on that just with understanding that there was a need. So we definitely appreciate you for that. So
you'll read about more of it in the book.
So thank you. I'm now going to hit to Adelina Oliver. Tell us what may have shifted since the last book.
Oh my. Well, I have much more clarity in my business now. I had been trying to figure out what my niche market was going to be and where I wanted to be and where I wanted my voice to be heard. So I have figured that out. I am now putting myself out there in front of various audiences. I'm doing many more podcasts now like this. And I'm also getting myself out in front doing more speaking, which I am excited about. And my message is all about helping people identify their values and living a values-based life. And what I'm most excited about is that I have developed what I call my development core values theory, along with the methodology to help people identify how their values were shaped from childhood to adulthood and how they can align their lives through with those values at different stages of their lives. And so I'm super excited, and I'm about to have my theory peer-reviewed in a journal, a values-based journal. And I'm super excited about that because this is the first time I've ever done anything like that. So, yeah.
Love it. I love it. I love it that we are stepping out on faith in so many different areas, doing things that we might not have normally done. I love it. I love it. And Ms. Adelina is the values queen, right? So understanding your values from a child into adulthood is really understanding where you're going and why you do the things that you do. So I am glad and I am excited to hear more about it for sure.
Thank you. Thank you. And just want to add one more thing to that, again, Kenyatta. It also helped me to figure out how I ended up here in technology. And so that's the piece that ties it back to technology. So
yes, why you came to technology. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Next, we're going to have Dr. Ebony Gray.
Hello. So for me, I was one of the hundreds of thousands of federal employees that were furloughed. And during that transition, I like to say I didn't miss a bill or a meal. In fact, because of technology, because of AI, I am a certified AI consultant. A major college and university found us and partner with us for a $500,000 contract to teach cyber and AI. But that wasn't all. In fact, I made money teaching AI and helping people to use AI in order to win government contracts. And I helped many of my clients win six-figure contracts, specifically with the USPS office in just a month. Right? While we were furloughed. So I thought I was safe in this good government job. 25 years I served in the federal government. And because of the furlough, because of all the shifts and the rifts, I had to pivot and really lean into my AI and cybersecurity path. And because of that, things have been abundant. On top of the $500,000 contract, we also got the opportunity to build an AI course to teach the skills trades how to incorporate AI in their day-to-day for a community college. So these type of opportunities have become abundant. So I have learned I'm enough. I have the skills. I have the background. I have the knowledge. People want what I have. And guess what else? My calendar is booked and busy until November. I can't believe it, but it's because I leaned in to what I love, what I know. So yes, that good government job. I love public service. I love what I do, policy for the federal government. But at the same time, I chose me and focused on AI and focused on cyber. And I've been blossoming ever since and helping thousands of others in order to transition into cyber. I was just recognized as the SCORE outreach chair, right? I got the golden award for SCORE for recognition and outreach for business owners. So not only am I growing, but I'm helping other business owners grow too. So that is my passion, that is my purpose, and that's how I've elevated since volume 3. So I can't wait to share my story in volume 4.
God, that is, she's right about it. The government contract queen. We know to know anything about government contracts. We know to go to Dr. Ebony. So we thank you, Dr. Ebony. Next, we're going to have Sabrina Lowery. Next, we're going to bring up Miss Sabrina Lowery, our forward author of Ladies in Tech and Friends, Volume 4.
Greetings, everyone. I wish to bring nothing but positivity to the world and be the change that I wish to see. That's one of my favorite quotes. I've used that in Volume 1. I've talked about that repeatedly, even in my own book, The Entrepreneur's Blueprint for Digital Dominance, back in 2015 when my journey started. So the past year has been devastating for me in the world of tech. And in full transparency, I'd like to think that some of the collaborations that I was in were not meant for me. And instead of looking at it and being discouraged, I had to lean on my sisterhood to get my motivation and the encouragement back in my spirit. There's been many trials, many tribulations, many opportunities taken away from me in the past 12 months. But on the other side of that, I was able to enter an entirely new arena as a woman, as a real estate investor and developer, doing a fixer-upper for the first time after 22 years in real estate, doing project management on renovation properties for my clients' investment portfolios. So when they say God might close one door, there's another window of opportunity. That's the way I am looking at it, because the devil has been busy in my life, in my family's life. So much so, just last night through the midnight hour, I was in the ER with a family member that had emergency surgery today. So I want everyone to know, as a forward author, as a lady with over 35 years in IT, in tech, in business, over 20 years in entrepreneurship, when people don't see your value, they are not your people. Find your tribe and connect deeply with them, because trust me when I tell you, when the blessings are meant for you, God is in charge. And it's all about God's timing, y'all. So I am looking forward to us becoming best-selling authors so that new opportunities will continue to come my way. So much so that when the president talked about bringing up a cybersecurity tribe for the government, I am now in cybersecurity training so that I can upskill and take that to the masses.
Wow. One of the things that I love about this community too is that we are here to encourage and support one another. And sometimes we go through these challenging things, and Sabrina, Mia and your sisters are continuing to keep you and your situations in prayer, and know that we love you. And I know that there's a lot of things that, sometimes we go through, but just know that we have this community here that is able to support. So when Sabrina came to us last week, a week before last, about some of the things that she was going through. And, we came as a community to help her, to support her, encourage her, pray for her, and the different things that she has been going through. So that's another I really love about being a part of the Ladies in Tech community. So we continue to keep you and your family in prayer, Sabrina. And thank you for being here tonight. And I know you have been going through a lot today. So thank you for also being here tonight. All right, next we're going to have Kia Goldberg. Come on, Kia.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Yes, Kenyatta, we are a sisterhood. We have our own little, women, ladies in tech sorority going on here. So I'm happy to be a part of yet another great group and organization of women that support each other fully. And transitioning from volume 3 to volume 4, I wrote about, the emotional project manager, or how to properly use your emotion. And it's okay to be emotional, because it's a part of us as being human beings, to understanding that you can be confused about how people receive you and your emotion, or they misperceive you and your emotion. And so therefore you either have to pivot or change, or actually redefine yourself as who you are in the space, or they will continue to possibly put their thumb on you to keep you where they want you to be versus where you have the ability and the skill set to grow to. So the pivoting and the change management and the redefining your career or individuality in the spaces that you exist as a woman in technology doesn't have to be on someone else's terms. It has to be on your terms, and bringing them to understand your value versus them labeling the value that they feel you bring and holding you to that versus allowing you to grow and expand. And what's so great about this group of ladies, everyone has been at a point where they've had some job or career. They have served some significant amount of time, and it was very comfortable and was very well easily able to afford their lifestyles and families. But then they were pivoting, or are pivoting, or has pivoted to something greater beyond, that has either brought them to their calling or brought them to what brings them the level of happiness that none of their jobs have brought them. And so I have learned, even at my age, with 29 years of experience in IT, mostly as an employee, not how simple, but how much it can be done to transition from being an employee to being an employer or an owner with your skill set, where you can control your outcomes versus having someone dictate to you. And so that is what my upcoming chapter will be in chapter 4, with the learning experiences that I've learned from many of the women here on this call from last chapter. So that's what I'm looking forward to sharing with the audience.
Thank you. Thank you, Kia. All right, next we're going to have Dr. Maria Thorpe. I know we kind of got cut off a little earlier, so we're going to go ahead with you. I don't know if you heard the question. I know you didn't get a chance to quite introduce yourself, so we'll give you an extra 30 seconds. and what you may have learned or pivot from the last book. And what books were you in? What books were you in?
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Maria here. And I am so excited to be here. And as was mentioned by some of the other ladies, I have been in volume 1, 3, and 4. And the only reason I was not in volume 2 is because my mentee was in volume 2. And I wanted her to have all the shine. But I've been around this product and this wonderful, wonderful adventure is what I call it, since its inception, and I'm glad I've been here. I guess one of the biggest pivots for me has really been the change at the workplace and being able to maintain the focus of my team in such a volatile time. And it took everything I had to keep everyone focused on one goal. And once I was able to do that, it made the process of completion of capabilities just that much easier. But it didn't come quickly, but I was able to pivot, not just myself, but the entire team, and refocus their energy. I provided some additional training and resilience, not just being able to have resilience, but how to build it so that when you need it, it is there for you in situations where you may have to pivot. And I use those techniques and those thought processes in this challenging time. So being able to pivot as a woman in tech, a lady in tech, which I believe we all have experienced, is key. Because as you've heard from some of our authors, there has been a lot of change. Many of us have gone back to get new skills or get new jobs or open our entrepreneurial dreams. And for me, being able to experience those things during this time, I believe the engagement with this product, this book, has allowed me to bring those additional skills to the forefront. So I am excited to be here. I think this book is going to be powerful. I think someone out there will be able to use what we are going to be providing. And I'm excited about my chapter because I think it's right on point as to what some of us have been talking about. And that's really about belonging. You know, how and what do we need to like we're belonging in this environment? And so I'm excited to share my thoughts on that topic as engineering belonging, leading when you were never the prototype. Thank you.
Wow. Just that title by itself. Okay. All right. Naomi Carrington-Hockman, you're up next. Thank you, Maria. Dr. Maria.
So, Kenyatta, what I've been doing since volume 3, well, I'm actually getting paid to speak. I am going out there and actually cashing a check in for sharing my thoughts and concepts and courses on public speaking and leadership development. I'm also actually selling all my 7 books. Ladies in Tech Volume 3 is included in the best-selling group of books. And so I'm going out there, laying out tables, selling my books. But more importantly, I've been spending a lot of my time supporting nonprofit organizations that I'm a member of. My one that's near and dear to my heart is Sisters for Sisters Network Incorporated, where I lead the education and mentoring committee. So I'm able to bring technology, AI, concepts, and teaching to the nonprofit group. But my all-time favorite thing to do is Toastmasters International, where I continue to support clubs and district teams in their leadership development and ensuring that across the globe, we can effectively communicate. So that's what I've been doing.
Yes. So, and in her Toastmasters position, she has introduced Toastmasters as being a part, and her, as well as Dr. Ebony, has introduced Toastmasters into Ladies in Tech. So Ladies in Tech will be starting a Ladies in Tech and Friends Toastmasters Club. So that's kind of a new thing. We're kind of still putting it together, but I am thankful for Dr. Ebony and Naomi for introducing it to the Ladies in Tech, and that we can also participate in Toastmasters. So thank you, Naomi. Thank you. All right, so now we're going to have Miss Sharika Robinson.
Good evening again. So I've been I've been doing a lot since the release of Volume 3. Actually during the release, the same month, work related, I transitioned to a new position and with a different division, but with the same company. And this position has allowed me to take a back seat. I'm enjoying it. I transitioned from being an administrator to an architect, and you would think that the workload would have been more, but not really, because it's allowing me time to collaborate more with the other people that I work with, like the software engineers and the aerospace engineers, and not always having to have the answers to everything that people need. Um, which could be a lot. It's could be draining, could be taxing on the body. Um, I'm really enjoying it because it's allowing me a lot of time to actually research things that that they need, and be able to provide better solutions instead of solutions that are just band-aids or something that'll fix it overnight. Personally, I have been still working on my master's. I got my AWS cert, so that also helped with my new position. And for She Loves STEM, we have been in the community everywhere. Recently, we were able to host a workshop with STEM for Her at University of Maryland, and we have a workshop coming up on the 7th. And I'm in talks to enter into a partnership with DC Public Schools. So let's keep our fingers crossed for that. And other than that, I'm just an empty nester and excited for Volume 4.
Now, I sit and listen, especially now I'm hearing several of you talking about your nonprofits and different things that the Ladies in Tech are doing in the community. I am so very appreciative of that, and thinking I know that being the founder of She Loves STEM, we just heard Naomi, the nonprofit that she was working with. I know for sure that Andrea is also working. So there's different people that I know, we're all of us working in different nonprofit spaces too. So that's also in supporting the community. So thank you. And I'm glad you mentioned your master's. Thank you. That is huge, of what we're working on since the book. Thank you. Now, Miss Audrey Becky Chambers Robinson, tell us, what has been different?
Woo! How can I beat all of that? All these women doing exciting things. I tell you, Kenyatta and ladies, what's going on with me now? I am doing a lot of reflection, looking at my growth. So I'm going to be talking about transformational growth in this upcoming wonderful Volume 4. And for as far as in the business side, I am a serial entrepreneur, and if I mentioned that, and it's been a long road, but a blessed road. With the Normal Healthcare, we're looking internationally in the health and tech space. So super excited about that. I am a humanitarian. I am a servant leader. And so I lead by that lens, right? I am a servant leader. And so we're looking to go global with some of our products and services, as well as creating a healthcare IT product. So that's something we're really honing and having really intentional discussions abroad, with going abroad, with doing some great things. There's a lot of need in healthcare and technology and saving lives. And a lot of other countries are not as far as where they need to be, right? So I think that's like really important to do that. I think another thing is that we are moving expeditiously with my trucking company to do things state to state. We're growing in that intent, and we're adding some other things there as well, is what we're doing. And then the big projects we're working on, I'm bringing my daughter into some projects, which I'm really excited about. And I am aligning myself with some powerful women in the construction arena. So the third company that I have, ARC Investments, and I started these projects many, many years ago, 2016, 2017, Zion First Truck and Logistics. We've been in business about 4 years, and Normal Healthcare 13 years. So I'm super excited to get these things even growing even more, having the reaches from powerful women that are doing major construction projects, major real estate investments. And so I'm really excited about growth and transformational growth. And so I want to be a beacon of light around the entire globe for women that have come from walks like I've come from. and that have turned trauma and different trials and tribulations into great success. So for me, it's all about serving and giving back and teaching people how you can go from here to there and sustain and do real growth. So that's my thing, and where I am as a leader, and where we are as all three of my companies are growing.
Wow. And all three of her companies. That's great, Becky. That's great, especially in this healthcare. And I hear so many healthcare stories. So knowing that someone with your persistence, with your faith, with your grace in the healthcare area, we are glad to have you there. We are glad to have you there.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
You guys forgive me. I'm doing some traveling, so I think my screen, I'll fix it. Thanks.
That's all right. All right, so I have a question. I'm going to you can see if who wants to answer. If you want, is there something you want to answer, just raise your hand or just speak up if you want to be able to answer this question. And then we can go around, or maybe we can do a lightning round to everyone. But we have gone through some challenges this year, right? Politics, and even when things is happening with the federal government, there's a lot of things some challenges we have faced. We just heard about, canceling contracts and things of that nature. We've known some people, even a few of our authors have lost their positions and lost their jobs within the last year. So my question is, what helps you stay confident? What helps you stay grounded when things may not go as planned, when you may be doubting some of the things that you may have gone through, or when some of the things you may feel like you may need a little resistance, maybe feeling a little resistance from? What helps you stay confident? What helps you stay grounded? What do you kind of focus on to make sure that we continue to stay on the right path? So if anyone, yes. All right. Adelina.
I would love to address this question.
Yes.
Because what helps me stay grounded are the women that I look at in this room right now and my ancestors. We come from trauma. We come from pain. We come from so many things in the United States of America that just helps us to stay resilient, and we are still here. So going through this with this administration, losing a job, I just dig deeper within myself, because I know that I have the skills, I have the resilience, I have the talent to make my life whatever I want it to be, because it's never been easy. It's not supposed to be easy. And I don't even expect it to be easy. I just expect it to be, when I get a challenge, what am I going to do differently to turn that into an opportunity? Because that's what it is. It's an opportunity. There's no such thing as failure. You fail forward, you learn, you grow, and you take it to the next challenge and you turn it into an opportunity. It's a cycle. It's been a cycle in our community for centuries.
My goodness. Thank you. Dr. Ebony.
I need to say this. It's nothing but God. God is who keeps me centered and grounded. I pray a lot. I also meditate. I practice transcendental meditation. So I take time and meditate when I wake up and before I go to bed. I have an amazing husband that has been my backbone. He's normally the peace in the midst of my storm. And in 2026, I made a decision. I got up out the bed because it was dark in 2025. We're not going to pacify that, but I made a decision to pivot with a purpose. That is how I maintain my peace. Pivot with a purpose and execute and focus on my why.
I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness, you took my words. I will say 2025 has definitely been a very rough year for me, probably the roughest I have been through that I could ever remember in my adult life. And definitely being grounded in faith and knowing who I am and whose I am has definitely kept me grounded. And I don't, if it had not been for my church family, if it had not been for God himself, I don't know where I would be right now. I mean, it's been rough. it's been rough. And I'm thankful for this community. I'm thankful for the circles in my life. I'm thankful for God for bringing you guys to us together. So I'm just ultimately grateful to God for everything that He has done and will continue to do in my life. And I think I saw another. I'm sorry, I just had to get that on. I think I saw another hand. Who I see first? Kia.
I'll be very quick. Ditto and echo to everything that the three ladies just said prior to me. Not only acknowledging, that my strength and everything that I have comes from God, but telling everyone else that too, so they don't feel that they have the power in the dominion. But it's okay to be where you are for the moment and stay there for that moment, but then to continue to press forward once that moment is over. And it's only God that really helps us to do that. But it's also making sure that you can say that it's okay for yourself, whether you do or don't have a support system, whether you do or don't have someone to reach out to, whatever it is that you believe in. It doesn't have to be what I believe in, but to just give yourself the grace to wallow, to be sad, depressed, even if that's the proper word, for the moment that you need it, for however long that moment is, but then to say that it's time to get on, take control, and do the best that you can to put the next step forward. Just living by my father's words that if there's tomorrow, then there's tomorrow. You can do something else.
All right. I like that. I like it. Did I see who's Becky?
Yeah, I have a little different take on that for you guys. I have a different take on it. Because if you can just take 10 seconds realistically and think back over your life, right? When you were in other situations where maybe you didn't have as much, you weren't as successful, right? And where you've come from, right? And you survived, right? You survived, right? So I think I have become pretty agnostic to many situations because I look at it as confusion. The devil is the author of confusion, right? There's always a way to success, to grow, and to pivot and to survive, right? So you have to be in the right mastermind circles, the right circles with positive, forward-thinking individuals that are serious and intentional about moving forward and getting things done, right? So you get in those circles and you survive, and you have roadmaps and foundations that you build that you can survive when situations like this happen, right? You got to really position yourself. So I think for me, coming from where I've come from and the training I've had, even in my pre-med years, where they basically just try to fail you, in pre-med, it's very hard being a biology with a minor in chemistry, very rigorous, the scientific rigor, right? So I think being a trained clinical sciences and the rigor, it's given me a sense of survival. And to get through life through hard situations, and even being a single parent for many years after my divorce and raising my daughter and putting her through private school by myself and having that success. So it's the drive that you have, and not, keeping the negative things in your mind, and really getting around people that are really serious about surviving. Because you look at historically, we come from backgrounds where, I know I do historically, where my parents and my grandmother from the South had to work very hard, and we had that faith in God, where we spend sometime all night in church. I mean, I know when I was in college, I would go to all night prayer vigils instead of the club. I was in church doing worship, right? Because my faith is that strong. So this is just temporary, and this is just prayers for greater things. And you have to look at it like that and position yourself to keep on going, because the devil wants you to fail and not be successful. And you have to smile, and you have to fight a good fight and keep going, right?
Keep going. Yeah.
Get in the circle, get with those people that are going to lift you up and give you information and pull you along when you're feeling low, and keep going. This is just temporary. Yeah.
Thank you, Becky. Naomi, I've been listening.
Kenyatta, you asked the question, what keeps us grounded and centered and focused? You have created a community here that allows us to, when in doubt, pick up any one of the 3 books, soon to be 4 books, read a chapter. You will be invigorated, motivated, and also you will thank your blessings, have gratitude for the things you do have. Yes, 2025 was a stuff show. However, in 2026, we can always pick up one of your books, Ladies in Tech, read a chapter, and get back on track. What kept me grounded? You. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, girl. You just made my day. But thank you. Thank you. So unexpected. And that's what I love as far as, especially with the ladies in tech is, you know, we have shared so many different things and different stories and words of encouragement, not just for each other, but also for the people that are reading the books. That's exactly right. Those books can definitely be very encouraging and supportive for the readers. So thank you for that reminder, Naomi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I didn't see any more hands. Now I want to do one more hand. Andrea, go ahead.
I just wanted to get this in real quick.
Yeah.
So if you're feeling stuck, right? Like Becky was saying, get around some people who need you. People need to be needed, right? Mm-hmm. And so a lot of times when you are in silos and when you're by yourself, the enemy kind of plays with you. Put yourself in an area of group of people who need what you have on the inside of you. And that'll pull, once you find out that you're needed and you can grow in those areas, you will feel the purpose, because purpose is what's trying to come out of all of us, right? For me, it's been like, hey, I'm closer. I have more years behind me than in front of me. So let me go ahead and do everything God has called me to do, right? While I still have time. And so that is what's been motivating me. God has been putting people around us. We did a mock group panel. Some of you ladies helped me with that, with some IT for those who are interested in IT and teaching them how to interview, right? And so those are the things that motivates me and keeping me grounded and knowing that there is purpose in everything that we're doing.
Awesome. That is so true. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. We are drawing on time, and we're going to end with each person identifying one sentence of advice that you can give women who may be considering your role, who are looking at you and thinking, I could do that. I want to do that. What word of advice? We're going to say one, maybe 2 sentences, for some of y'all like to talk. 2 sentences, 1 to 2 sentences on what piece of advice you would like to give this person. And then you can also tell your contact information and where people can reach you for your contact information. All right, we're going to go as I see people on the screen. Andrea.
Do it afraid. Do it afraid. And you can reach me at asmith@integrapathsolutions.com.
Awesome. Naomi.
How you communicate matters. You can't call yourself a leader if you're not effectively communicating. And you can find out more on my website at naomispeaks.com.
Wonderful. Miss Sabrina.
Again, be the change you wish to see. And I am showing up as my authentic self for the people that know, like, and trust me. And if that is you and you deserve to be in the room with me, you can find me at sabrinalowry.com.
If you deserve to be in the room with her, I love it. I love it. Dr. Maria.
Thank you. This has been a wonderful show. What I tell folks, myself, and people are thinking about coming where I am, 4 things. This is what I mentor my young folks on. Know yourself. Dream big. Learn how to overcome obstacles And lastly, take action. And if I can help you with any of those things, don't hesitate to reach out to me at mariavthorpe.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Maria. Next, we have Miss Malkia Goldberg.
Don't be afraid to reinvent yourself at any age. It doesn't matter. From 6 to 80, blind, cripple, or crazy. And if I can help you reinvent yourself in any way, shape, or form, please reach out to me at Project Management by Kia, KIYAH, @gmail.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Kia. Thank you. Next, we have Miss Adelina Oliver.
Yes. Don't compromise your values. That's my take. Don't compromise your values. And if you want to learn more about your values and how to make sure you're living a values-based life, I can be reached at adelinaoliver.com.
All good stuff. Great. All right, Miss Sharika Robinson.
I had to cheat a little and go look at my tips that I put in my chapter.
That's all right. It's all right, girl.
The most important, though, what I was going to say was be a forever student. And it touches on my very first one, which is build technical confidence through depth and not perfection. Be a forever student and stay the course.
Always learning. Good. Yeah. Wonderful. Becky.
I would say never give up. Keep going. Progression is key. Keep going. And I'm really an adamant learner. I really believe in learning and being prepared for anything that you touch. Anything that you start or touch, learn it, read about it. Don't just show up. Be prepared. Understand it inside and out, whether it's construction, technology, real estate. Be prepared. And success can be a lonely road, but not with Jesus. That's my motto. And keep going. Do something about it. Don't just write it down. Don't complain about it. Just make sure you progress, and transformation every day. And cut out negative things in your life that's holding you back. Negative spirits, negative people, naysayers, and people just take from you and don't pour into you. Even if you have to pour into yourself. And always make a plan for self-help. When I was younger, I would spend hours in the bookstore in the self-help section and learn. Always love yourself and always be helping yourself through self-reflection and learning. And get rid of anything negative that doesn't pour into you. It's going to stop you from succeeding and being in a happy place. And that's what I would give you. Because mindset is half of the battle. Mindset. And that's what I would do. Thank you.
All right, Dr. Ebony.
My first thing, your network directly impacts your net worth. Trust God, trust yourself, and you are enough. And thank you so much for supporting us tonight. If you want to connect with me, it's at Dr. Ebony A. Gray. I'm live on YouTube, live on LinkedIn right now and Facebook, but definitely connect with me and let me know how I can support you. And thank you, Kenyatta, for all the love you pour into us. I truly appreciate you, love you, and I love all my ladies and tech sisters.
Oh, thank you, ladies. Did I get everyone? All right. So I would say that my piece of advice would be to don't be afraid to be the first. As being the first African-American female to be a chief information officer for the Maryland State Department agency I was working for, don't be afraid to be the first. Sometimes you have to go in scared. Sometimes you might have to go in lonely, but don't be afraid to be the first. Trust yourself. Trust in God. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Now, as we end this, I have to be able to mention that the Ladies in Tech is having a networking summit as well as a book launch where you will be able to meet each of these ladies. You'll be able to get a copy of the book. You'll be able to get a signed copy of the book at the Ladies in Tech Networking Summit and book launch on March 21st. It is in person in Towson, Maryland. We will have, of course, you will be able to meet the authors. There are 25 authors in Volume 4. 25 authors, and you'll be able to meet each of the authors. They will also be speakers. A few of them will be speakers at the book launch. We'll also have a Ladies in Tech panel, and where we will share different aspects of who we are as women in tech. We'll have vendors, so it will be especially networking. I'm really big on networking and having the opportunities to connect with the other ladies in the room. We also want to make sure that we do connect, and you've heard from the ladies of all of their information of where you can find them, but you will be able to get tickets also for the Ladies in Tech Networking Summit at KenyattaPowersRucker.com. That is the website, my website, where you find information about me, as well as getting tickets for the Ladies in Tech Networking Summit and book launch. And to add to that, there is a virtual summit, and where you will hear from additional virtual speakers on Sunday. So that one ticket will get you access to the in-person on Saturday, as well as access to the virtual speakers and advertising of different vendors on the virtual summit on that Sunday. So more information to come. If you have any questions, KenyattaPowersRucker.com. And I want to thank each and every one of you ladies, number one, for just being a part of Ladies in Tech, for being committed enough to even come back again. Some of you 4, 2, 3, 4 times. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I am just as committed to you as you are to this process. And you all have heard a bit about each of these ladies, and you can imagine what those chapters are going to be about. You've also heard a piece of advice from each one of these ladies, and where part of their chapter, one of the things I require of all chapters is to offer advice, specific advice, in which the readers can actually adhere to. So, getting the Ladies in Tech and Friends, Volume 4, Building Careers Not Meant for Us. We will also have our bestsellers campaign will be coming up soon, which will be the end of February, and more information and dates to come on that. So, ladies, thank you again. We have to thank our production specialist, who is also a lady in tech, Ms. Nadia Mansana, Dr. Nadia Mansana. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. This has been an amazing time, and I'm just so appreciative and love each and every one of you. You all have a good night, everybody.